Okay, guys, it's now time to get back into the swing in my CD collection. I'm going to take a break from my DVD collection. Where we last left off in part 2, which was, I don't know how many videos ago, we left off with Judas Priest Screaming for Vengeance. This is the remastered album. And, hold on, let me get this back in. Now, we're going to pick up with another greatest hits album, which is Korn. This is volume 1. And Korn was at Kansas City's Rockfest last year. Here's the spine and the back. And Korn's an awesome band. It's got 2 newer songs on here from the time that this album was released. Word Up and Another Brick in the Wall, which is the remake of the classic Pink Floyd song from the late 70s. Also has Alone I Break, Falling Away From Me, Got the Life, Freak on a Leash, Blind, and others. Here's the disc. And there you go. Hold on, I want to put this box of CDs on the ground so that way it's easier for me to get them. Next up is one of 2 Linkin Park albums I have. This is Hybrid Theory. This is, of course, their debut album, and this is by far their best album, in my opinion. A lot of my favorites are on here, like One Step Closer, Points of Authority, which they play that song in the Little Nicky Adam Sandler movie at one point. Crawling, Runaway, and In the End. And there's the disc, and there you have it. This is an awesome album, especially if you're a Linkin Park fan. This is by far one you need to listen to, because it's their best. And right here is Meteora from 2003, another good Linkin Park album. The other Linkin Park album I want to get is The Hunting Party, their recent one that they released. And it has and this disc has some special features like The Art of Meteora, website toolkit, and exclusive access to web-based media. And my favorites are on here are Somewhere I Belong, Faint, and Numb. Of course, Numb is one of their best, one of Linkin Park's best songs. There's the disc with cans of spray paint. And what can I say? This is a good album. Alright. And right here is Megadeth, Countdown to Extinction. This is the remastered version of the 1992 album. And it's got Symphony of Destruction, Sweating Bullets, and others. It's also got some bonus tracks like Crown of Worms, previously unreleased in the US, and demos of Countdown to Extinction and Symphony of Destruction. Both are previously unreleased, as well as Psychotron. Whoops. Accidentally broke the case there, but there's the disc. And let's see if I can get this back on. There we go. And next 7 albums I have are all Metallica albums, and let me get them out. And right here is their self-titled album, Metallica's self-titled album, also known as the Black Album, preferably known as the Black Album. And this is my favorite Metallica album. It's got a lot of well-known ones on here, like Enter Sandman, Sad But True, The Unforgiven, Wherever I May Roam, Don't Tread on Me, Nothing Else Matters, to name but a few. There's the disc. And what can I say? I think this is the best Metallica album of all time. And next is my second favorite Metallica album, And Justice for All. This is a 1988 album. The Black Album is from 1991. And a lot of good ones are on here, like Blackened, One, Harvester of Sorrow, and a few others. There's the disc. And some of these songs, along with the Black Album and this album, some of these songs were released 1 year after the album was released. So, like the music videos and the radio and stuff. And next is Kill 'Em All from 1983. This is Metallica's debut album. The only two I know of on here are No Remorse and Seek and Destroy. And I've also heard Hit the Lights before. And there's the disc. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good for a debut album, I guess. And here's Load from 1996. Yeah, after the Black Album was released, Metallica did kind of go downhill a little bit. I mean, this album's okay, as well as Reload, which I'll show later. Just a few minutes, actually. The only two I know of on here are Until It Sleeps and King Nothing. Then, here's the disc. Yeah, the case broke when I first bought it, so... Oops. And by the way, I forgot to tell you guys, I do have a Breaking Benjamin album, but I don't know where it is. It's Phobia from 2006. But I don't know where that's at right now. Forget it, I'll fix this later. And right here is Master of Puppets from 1986. And another good Metallica album. It's got Master of Puppets, Battery, Welcome Home Sanitarium, Orion, and a whole bunch of other good ones. Here's the disc. Yeah, a lot of these Metallica albums are just clear discs. And here's Reload from 1997. Between Load and Reload, I like this one a little bit better. But this one has Fuel, The Memory Remains, and The Unforgiven 2. Those are my three favorites on this. And there's the disc. And the last Metallica album I have is their second album, Ride the Lightning, from 1984. Yep. It's got Ride the Lightning, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Fade to Black, Creeping Death. A whole bunch of others you might recognize. There's the disc. And there you have it. There you have it for all seven Metallica albums I have. I know there's more, but I just haven't bought them yet. I might get a new copy of this since, it's broken and stuff. Alright. I'll put this away later. And right here, I have an Icon album. One of the very few Icon albums I have. This is Nirvana. Of course, if you're a rock music guy like I am, I'm pretty sure you listen to Nirvana. But a lot of my favorite Nirvana songs are on here, like Smells Like Teen Spirit, Come As You Are, Lithium, In Bloom, Heart-Shaped Box, All Apologies. There's the disc. And yeah, I think if you're into music, you cannot like Nirvana. And right here I have an Offspring album, Americana. I know Gunnar Heath has this on cassette. as well. He also has Green Day Dookie on cassette. I showed that in part 2, I believe. And the only two I know of on here are Pretty Fly for a White Guy and The Kids Aren't Alright. There's the disc. And I have a couple of Ozzy albums here. Right here is Blizzard of Oz from 1980. Yeah, after Ozzy was the lead singer for Black Sabbath, he decided to go on and do music by himself, and I really don't know if he was better off by himself. I think he was better off by himself, actually. But this has I Don't Know and Crazy Train, Mr. Crowley, and a few others. There's the disc. And right here is No More Tears from 1991, another good Ozzy album. It's got Mama, I'm Coming Home, No More Tears, Time After Time, and there's the disc. Whoops. Insert's falling out. There we go. And right here I have another greatest hits album. I have a lot of greatest hits albums. But this is Pantera. 1990 through 2000, A Decade of Domination, which contains the best songs by Pantera during the early 90s and stuff. It's got like Cowboys from Hell, Cemetery Gates, Mouth for War, Walk, This Love, I'm Broken. And there's the disc. Yeah, Pantera is a very, very awesome band. I love them a lot. And right here is another classic album from the early 90s, Pearl Jam 10. Of course, this is Pearl Jam's debut album. And I think this is their best album. It's got Even Flow, Alive, Black, Jeremy. Yeah, I like the song Jeremy. Jeremy spoke in class today. And if you take a look at the insert, take a look at what it creates. Mini poster. Alright. Get the insert back in. And I'm going to show you guys one more CD before we stop for this part. This is yet another greatest hits album, POD, which stands for Payable on Death, The Atlantic Years. Yeah, this POD is actually a Christian band. It even says so in the insert I read not too long ago. It's got Southtown, Boom, Alive, Youth of the Nation, Rock the Party, Off the Hook, and others. The only one that this doesn't have is School of Hard Knocks, of course, is the song from the Adam Sandler film Little Nicky. I love the soundtrack, the music in Little Nicky. It's just pure rock, heavy metal, stuff like that. That's going to do it for part 3 of my CD collection, and I will see you guys in part 4, which I don't have too many CDs left, so I'll see you guys in that.